antifreeze and one. So just picked up a Honda Gold Wing at this motorcycle shop. They had it on the old marketplace. Sorry about the noise, the compressor's on. They said the customer brought it in for repairs, and they gave him the bill, and he didn't want to fix it. But they said they really just looked it over, said it needed the carburetors cleaned and a new battery. Looked like it's been sitting up for a while. It's got all the stuff back here. The battery's dead on it. So, pretty fair price for it. I think it's an 85 model Esp.545. Got all the keys. It's got like 5 keys. It's a gas tank. Don't smell too bad, but I know they said it needed the carburetors cleaned, and they probably told him pretty good price on it, so he decided to walk away. Looks like we got some wire work here. Walmart battery. I've never had a Gold Wing, so this will be a new adventure for me. Boat gauge.
Got the cassette player.
It's got the 80s cassette player. Wish that compressor go off. Got some CRs. A whole bunch of motorcycles in here. What's that? Oh. Diaper bag. Right. Yeah. 85 Gold Wing. So we hooked the jumper box on it. It did turn over, but I didn't want to turn it over too much because it might crank and then the price might go up. But 85 Gold Wing, folks. It's gonna be the new project for the channel. Finally, the thing went off. 85 Gold Wing. This is gonna be the new project for the channel. Like I say, I've never had one before, so Gold Wing is new to me. I think this is it's a 1200. Ah, look at those carburetors. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Maybe we can get it to hit off and run on some good gas without having to do that. So anyway, like I was saying, picked up this 85 Gold Wing. We'll get it back to the shop and see if we can get it running. So first we got to get it loaded because she's a big girl and she's heavy. Got some good looking tires on it though. Somebody went down. I can't see the back tires. Don't look too bad. Last tagged in 18. It's got 2018 tags on it. So anyway, we'll get it loaded up. We'll get out of here and we'll do some more on it. Alright, so we got the Gold Wing home. And I got the battery charger on it. And I think that battery is just no good. I let it charge it for about an hour or so. And it just barely turns the start over. So what I did, I got a battery and some jumper cables, and we'll hook that to it and see if that turn it over faster. I did find that the air box is up under here, which see they got a bunch of wires ran into a fuse box. So take that wing nut loose right there, and we should be able to get to the air box, maybe spray something at it. Now she did tell me, the service manager, that they thought it needed a starter because it kind of drug, but I believe it's just a battery because the battery is going dry on water or acid. So I don't know how old that battery is, but it's one of those Walmart brands. But anyway, on the way home, unfortunately, I lost a mirror. They had the mirror glued on with some of that spray foam stuff, and it flew off. So missing the mirror. This thing's been in a couple of crashes. You can see right here, like it fell over or something. Got the plastic. There's little vents missing. Turn signal's cracked, and then of course that crash bar. So it probably fell over, or somebody fell over on it. I don't know, but it didn't break the windshield. But pretty decent old bike. Like I say, I've never had a Gold Wing. I have heard bad stories about them. The starter going bad and the charging system. So I don't know if this is the one with reverse. I don't think they started a reverse yet. I'll do some research on that. I know a lot of them had reverse because they're so heavy, especially when you got a passenger. But let's see what comes on. I think the battery's got a little juice. Let's see, the radio. So it's got the digital dash. I think that's yep, radio works. It's got the Panasonic metal auto reverse cassette player. I don't know if that works. It's got a clock, and for some reason it's got a switch right here where you put a key. I don't know what are you doing, locking the key? Locking the clock, or just some kind of alarm system? I mean, it's got like 45 different keys, and each key fits each luggage compartment. Ain't that one. Maybe this one. Let's go back to the ignition key. I don't know what that's for. Alarm system or something? I don't. Oh, there it is. Is that for the steering lock? I see the clock blinking. I said the battery's so dead that everything's not firing up all the way. Let's see if it's got a horn. Got horn. Turn signal buttons kind of froze. Well, there we go. Yeah, that battery's bad. Got left turn signal. Right turn signal. Let's see about the rear. Yeah, we got rear, right. Let's see if we got rear left. Rear left. The tail lights are on, they just really dim. This thing's got hazards. Look like they work. So these was like the king of the hill Hondas. The Gold Wings. If you want to take a nice cruise somewhere, you get your Gold Wing. There's the choke. I think some of them had cruise control. That's your mute and volume or tune for the radio. Let's see. Now we have no sound. Oh, it works. I'm changing the stations. Yep. That's mute. So yeah, these were like your touring bikes. It's got your trip set, digital tag, miles per gallon. Oh, the radio's on now. So it's got all your bells and whistles. Cigarette lighter. You got some compartments here. There we go with the 45 keys. I don't know why they would have different keys unless somebody changed the switch out. Nothing in there, just a compartment. Now she said that the guy had just bought this bike from someone and he brought it to the shop to get it repaired, and they hit him with a bill to clean the carburetors, get it going, and he never came back. They sent him some letters or whatever, and he just abandoned the bike. So it's got the compartment here. How you open that up? It's got a few little pieces, nothing in there really. Piece of plastic. It's got the king and queen back seat. Little armrest. Some of these had speakers here. I guess you can get accessories for it. Like I showed you when it was in the shop. I think it had a luggage rack on it at one time. What's this? It's got a mirror. What's the mirror for? I guess that's for the woman, huh? It's got a little slot for it. That's weird. Gold Wing 1200. Here's the missing antenna. That's a cup holder there. You hang it on the handlebars, I think. There it goes. Back off. Brake light. Signal module. Red brake. White lamp. Huh. I don't know what that does. But it's got the sticker. Trunk travel 20 pounds. Saddlebags 20 pounds. So that's the maximum capacity of your side bags. Total weight of rider, passenger, and cargo must not exceed vehicle capacity load. So that just tells you saddlebags. So they made a GL1 1200, a 1200 GL Interstate, which this is the Interstate Aspen. Got the dual exhaust with the chrome tips. Like I was showing, they got this volt gauge on there. Like I say, these things have problems with charging systems. Here's another tune. Turn the radio up and down. This thing's got buttons everywhere. It's some kind of adjustable headlamp. So anyway, let's get the battery connected to it and see, can we get it to spin over. Maybe we can get it to hit off and just see, does it do anything. Okay, so I got the battery charger hooked up. Got some gas. So I'm gonna see if we can pour some down through the air filter housing or air box. See if we can get it to hit off. I got the air filter out. That's a little bit too much. It's got a gas on and off switch. Let's see what she does. Battery's dragging. Might need a starter. It's not, ain't turning over at all. It might have wore the starter out trying to crank it. Now I ain't getting nothing. We don't have no throttle because the throttle cable is stuck. So that's going to be a dilemma. At least we could have got it to hit off. I don't know exactly what the spray is. I don't know if it's the start button, because if you barely mash in on the button, it's like it's getting a bad connection here. I'm thinking it's something got to do with this button. Let me get something to tap the starter. It's like the starter button is hanging up. Nothing. Showing neutral. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take this switch apart up here, the starter button, because there it goes. As I'm turning it over, all the lights are flickering. It's almost like it's not getting enough voltage. I don't know if it's this battery that's in there. It's cutting the voltage out. Choke on. starter is dragging. And we got a pretty good battery on there. So I'm gonna go get another battery. We hook it to this battery and see what that does. Alright, I got battery hooked onto the truck battery to another battery. Now remember, whenever you're boosting off a motorcycle, you don't want to have your vehicle running, because that voltage can mess up your voltage regulator coming from the truck alternator or car alternator, and it also can mess up your stator. So don't have your car or truck running. Just hook the cables up and turn it over that way. So let's see what it does now. That starter's no good. It's just dragging. That starter, unhook the cable and then ooh, that's hot. You see, can I ground to the frame? Maybe we're not getting a good ground. That starter's toast. That starter is no good. Well, that's one thing about it, she said. It won't even turn over fast enough to crank it. So, that means that we'll be getting a starter. Try it one more time. I don't even think we was getting a connection from it. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Last time. Whoa. It just almost melted the cables. So it's going to need a starter. There's no getting around that. So I'm gonna have to make plans to get a starter for it. She said the starter was bad. Probably after it cools off, it might turn over a little better. But I do believe that the starter's toast. So I'm gonna make plans on getting a new starter for it. Hopefully they're not $999,000. And we'll get the new starter on there and see if we should get it turned over. But like I said, I got this battery, the jumper pack, and also got the truck hooked to it, and that starter is just grinding away. So anyway, I'm gonna clean up all this mess and see about ordering a starter for it, and hopefully we can get this thing running. So you guys just stay tuned to the channel, leave comments, subscribe like I've been doing. Thank you to all new subscribers, old subscribers, and just be looking out for the Goldwing 1200. And maybe we can get this thing together and cruise it around. So later. So I let the starter cool off a little bit, and I fixed that wire. You remember when I was looking at it at the shop, this wire was corroded and cut, made a new connection, hooked up my bigger set of jumper cables. Now she turns over pretty fast. But I don't know if it has any fire. I got one of the plug wires disconnected. I see some smoke coming through the air box, so I believe it is firing. Let me hook this plug wire back up. I'm still gonna get a new starter for it. And another problem is I can't turn the throttle because it's locked. I wish I could hook the throttle somewhere, take the cable off, but that's like way back up there. I don't know if these got mechanical slides or vacuum slides. Let me see if I can get it at least idle. Well, I see a little smoke coming out of the airbox, but I don't know if it's firing. Like I said, it's hard for me to tell. I don't want to get that starter too hot. Got a spark plug right here. I'm trying to get it to where I don't see any fire. For some reason we're not firing. Key is on. Could be a blow fuse. But you don't have a top on the fuse box, so I don't know what's what. Let me see if I can cover that spark plug up. That could be the reason why I quit running in the first place. Is because it didn't have any fire. Can't see. No, it don't have any fire. So we know it don't have any fire. Well, one thing is, I had the switch off. I think I can see it without covering it up though. Sound like it wanted to crank. Trying to crank. Come on, man. The start button stuck. It wanted to start. I don't know why the start button's stuck. Now the start button's stuck. Something is going on, screwy. I think the solenoid's sticking. That's probably what the problem is. But I'm not getting any fire on this spark plug over here. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let that starter cool off for a little bit. And I get it inside where I can really see the spark plug wires. And we'll pull the plug wires off. We'll see if it's got fire in each one of those wires. And I think the solenoid just got hot and stuck. But I can tell it wanted to hit though. It kind of kicked back. So I believe it'll run. So I'm going to pack all this stuff up, get it inside. It's kind of cool and breezy today. And that way we have more access to some darkness to see if it's firing, because I can't tell. And hopefully we will get the crank. I was going to give up on it, but then I said, well, I'll give it one more shot. And before we just go into ordering parts. I mean, I think it's mainly was a connection problem at the solenoid, but now the solenoid is stuck. Now it ain't stuck. So, anyway, I'm gonna pack all this stuff up, get it inside, and then we'll play with it. So I've been playing around with this thing. I got the throttle freed up and I got it to turn over more. I put a bigger battery on the jumper cables and it backfired real loud while I was turning it over. So now let's just see what it does now. I've been letting it sit here cool off for a minute. So I've been whirling away on that starter. Like I say, it backfired really loud. And I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to let it sit and then get back to it. So let's see what it does now. Trying to get you guys back here in case a fire hits. I don't want my camera to get burned up. So let's see. I think because I had poured too much gas in there. Oh, that one started. It's trying. See, I don't know if the electric fuel pump's working. I've been pouring gas in it, and I don't know if that electric fuel pump is letting the gas pump. I don't hear it when I turn the key on. I know it smells like funky gas in here though. I guess the only way to tell what the fuel pump is doing is to take the fuel line off over here. See what comes out. That gas is funky. Oh, fuel pump's working. Fuel pump's working. I think we just need to drain this gas out of here. Put some fresh gas in. It's trying to crank and run though. Like I said, it backfired earlier. It hit and backfired. And I didn't have the camera on because I thought it wasn't going to crank. And then I took off running. Let's see what it does now. Uh-oh. Man, come on. Got the starter don't want to work. I think something's going on in that handle too. But we definitely need to drain the gas out. Now what? Starter's kind of hot. That's what it did earlier. Knock something loose. Huh. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to let that starter cool off again. But it's gonna run though. Like I said, I'm gonna have to drain that gas out the tank and put some fresh gas in it. I'm gonna have to go ahead and replace that starter. If you put a lot of juice to it, it'll turn over. It seems like as it gets hot, it turns over faster. And now it won't do anything. Might be that silver sticking. There it goes. Needs some solenoid. That damn solenoid is no good. I hate for it to crank up and that damn starter keeps going. I'm gonna spray something at it. That solenoid is sticking. It needs a new starter solenoid. Last time, folks. That funky old gas is what's keeping it from starting. It's the last time. Starter got hot. Yeah, it's gonna have to cool off. So I'm gonna have to drain the gas, put fresh gas in it. I'm gonna have to get a new starter solenoid because it's sticking, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a new starter too. And the electric fuel pump's working, but it's pumping out bad gas. So ain't no sense just sitting out here just twirling away on it. But it did hit off, it did run, so that's a good thing. So we got the throttle freed up, and we know it's firing. Also, I'm gonna replace the plugs. I did check the oil, it's full of oil. I'm gonna put some new spark plugs in it too. And hopefully the charging system works, because they got that aftermarket voltage gauge down there. I don't know. It don't look factory. Yeah, that's one of those aftermarket gauges. Now I know you can buy an alternator kit for them. It's almost like a car alternator. I've seen you can buy the kit and it runs off of the timing belt, I think. It's just, I'm curious. I'll go easy on the gas this time. Like as soon as it gets ready to start, that damn starter kicks out. Won't kick in. Well, it cranked. It's gonna run. It smells like bad gas in here. We know it's gonna run. You see it, you heard it. So, like I said, new starter, new solenoid, new gas, new plugs, and I think she's gonna be all right. So, like I said in the beginning, y'all just keep watching out for it. This is gonna be another one of those projects, and hopefully I don't have to dump a bunch of money in it, which I don't want to, but I think it's gonna turn out to be a pretty cool machine. Now, I don't know what was the real reason why it was parked, but the only thing I know is the guy bought it from somebody, and it was brought in to get running, and I guess they told him it was going to need all that stuff and the bill was too high, and he walked away from it. So anyway, again, like, share, subscribe. It's late. I've done basically everything I can do to this thing to get it cranked. Next, we'll clean it up too, put the side covers and stuff on it, and make it look like a motorcycle. So, peace out. Y'all be safe. Just by putting the side cover on it, looks much better. Right. Later, guys.